Dating in Chicago is interesting because as much as you think it's a big city with plenty of options and so many people to date, it's really not.
I'm a busy professional. I do real estate. I own another business on the side.
I just got back from a date and clearly it was not a success. I went to a singles event last night, so I did it. I went out with a Zillow man and I will not ever be seeing this guy again.
I just had the shortest date of my life. So I had a date last night and I woke up today feeling completely ill.
Yeah, guys, just look at the difference between her with makeup on and her without makeup on.
Part 1 of my fairy tale romance that was so perfect until it wasn't. Part 3, Part 4, Part 8, Part 10, Part 12, Part 15, Part 17, Part 19, Part 23, Part 567,123. Put a finger down if you went on the most epic single girl European vacation this summer. Met a ton of dudes, but one in particular stuck out. You knew instantly right away that this was the man for you. You lived this whole fairy tale dream. You shouted it to the fucking mountaintops that everyone knew that this was your guy. He promised you the world. He came to visit. You spent the best week together. He wanted to meet your family. He goes cook for your family. He tells you, "I can't wait to spend our life together, amore. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks, amore. I can't wait to see you." Then goes home and goes completely MIA.
I can't wait to ghost you, amore.
Leaving me sad, confused, angry.
No man on earth can make you fall.
I know I'm no Megan Fox for our generation. I can live with that. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, fine. Okay. But if you come up to me and you tap me on my shoulder, and when I turn around, you audibly go, "Whoa, never mind."
Let me be so clear when I say this. If you marry a man solely for money, you will pay for it for the rest of your life.
Contrary to popular belief, most women that work in male-dominated trades are not a bunch of angry man-haters. In fact, we prefer working with men over women.
You know, apparently there's a debate on which gender is more toxic, and all I can say is you don't see husbands on this app bashing their wives for sympathy and likes from other men. You only see women do that.
We're all the normal people. In my case, I mean like normal guys to date. I feel like I'm just normal. I don't do anything crazy.
Ma'am, you make videos and then you post them on TikTok. That's not normal.
I'm just like a good person. I like to do fun things. I'm kind. Sure, I have a TikTok or whatever, but like in general, I'm pretty normal. I feel like all my friends growing up were really normal. It's like, where are the normal people? I just want like a normal guy.
Last night, I was talking to this guy and he was like, well, what I'm really looking for is a chill girl who's just always down to have a good time, willing to grab a couple of beers, watch some football, go fishing. So I said, my dude, it sounds like you want a boyfriend. And then he blocked me.
Yeah, I have to agree. You shouldn't expect women to like everything you like. We are totally different. We like different things. But social media has brainwashed men and women into thinking that we are the same, my guy. We're not. You're looking for a guy friend, not for a woman.
He definitely wanted a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Any girl would agree with me on this. A situationship and breaking off a situationship hurts a lot fucking more than an ending of a relationship, in my opinion. It's just so...
Yeah, of course, man, because that guy didn't want a relationship with you from the start. You see, that's why women hate the nice guy, because the nice guy is clingy. Because the nice guy wants to spend all his time with her. Because the nice guy wants to do everything to please her. That guy doesn't care, doesn't want to be with her. He just wanted sex from her. That's why she likes him. That's why women want those guys even more. Because they want something that they can't have. Why doesn't he want me?
So much ambiguity, no closure. Were we ever anything in the first place? What are we even cutting off?
Yeah, guys, see all those questions? They have all those questions just because that guy doesn't care. And that guy is distant. That guy is detached. That's what women like.
That no contact. There's just so many. There's too much gray area.
Give me money. We're not together, but give me money. I barely even know you, but give me money.
I'm a fully able-bodied person capable of getting my own money, but I want yours. And if you don't give me your money, I'll make it seem like there's something wrong with you for holding on to your dollars that you earned. And when you give me money, I'm never going to pay you back. I'm going to act like you might have a chance of sleeping with me or being my man just so I can get your money. And the only time I'm ever going to show you any real affection is when I want your money.
You know, once you get past the age of 35, like, you don't even care about, like, the expensive or lavish dates anymore. You're just happy to go on a date with a man who doesn't have, like, a secret girlfriend, wife, or family. Like, that's it. That's the standard.
So, Jasmine, what's the most important thing you've learned so far at the resort?
I want to create a country where there is only women. A nation like Jasmine Land. Men.
This is going to be a wild take, and it's going to be like 20 steps back for feminism, but I feel like my amazing personality gets in the way of people seeing how hot I am.
If you're perceived...
No, ma'am, that's not true. See, a woman that has an amazing personality is also humble. She doesn't feel the need to make a TikTok video and post it about how amazing she is.
As a feminine woman, you have more persuasive power over men.
Of course.
If you act submissive, you have more of a chance to persuade a man than if you are more bossy, aggressive, shrill, as they call it.
Yeah, of course, because a guy, when he sees that you're aggressive or bossy, he just wants to run away. He just wants to leave you alone.
If you embody the qualities of what's perceived great in a man, that penalizes you as a woman. So you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't.
I have been on 73 dates in 2024. I am still single with no roster to show.
73 dates, guys. But somehow they keep telling us that they have it worse than men. 73 dates.
Go for it.
When I first met my husband, he didn't have money at all. There are plenty of women out there would appreciate honesty. At least for me, I find it hella attractive. If a man says, I really like you, I'd like to take you on a nice date, but this month I only have this much budget. Even like Taco Bell or, you know, In-N-Out, whatever. I want to get to know you, but this is all I could afford. My priority is paying off student loans or this and that. Would you still interested to go on date with me? I'd be like, yeah. That's very, very attractive to me.
Where are the men that give princess treatment? Because I'm telling you now, I am not going near another man who doesn't give me princess treatment. I'm sorry.
But ma'am, you're not a princess, so how can somebody treat you as a princess if you're not?
It's not happening, darling, because I want someone who literally is obsessed with me, worships the grounds I walk on, literally kisses my feet.
This is why I tell you guys, you should always listen to the fisherman, not the fish. They want somebody to be obsessed with them, but that's not actually true. As the previous woman said about the situationship, women like distant men. Women want men that they know they can't have. They don't like clingy men. They don't like simps that do everything for them. They don't. They don't. Just ask her about her ex. Oh, well, my ex was toxic. Yeah. She will never say, oh, well, my ex was a simp. No, they don't like simps. They just keep them around for their money or some benefit.
I literally want kisses on my toes, all right? That is exactly what I want. I don't think it's normal to be nonchalant. No, I don't want someone who's just, yeah, you're kind of pretty. No, I want you to literally, as soon as I wake up, I want you to kiss my forehead, tell me I'm the most perfect person you've ever seen on the planet Earth. And I want flowers. I want coffee every day. I want love. I want compliments. I want
So she basically wants a simp, and after she gets the simp, then she dumps the simp for the bad boy. We're going to skip this video because it's very stupid.
Divorced men, hear me. I need your opinion. Just come back from a date.
I'm not divorced, but I'm sure I can help.
Another divorced man.
Okay.
Which is generally the way when you're in your 40s. So I have dated a few divorced men. But my question is this. Every man that I have met who has been married said they will not ever consider marrying again.
Yeah.
Is this just the men that I've met, or is this a general consensus?
No, you can still find very, very, very stupid men that want to remarry. But if you know the rate of divorce for a second marriage or a third marriage, and you're not the stupidest thing on earth, then you know not to get married. Once a guy goes through divorce, 99% of men don't even want to think about that happening again.
What have they done to you? Some of us are lovely.
No, you're not. You're also divorced, so you probably took half of everything from your ex. Just ask him how lovely you are. He'll have a different opinion.
I put, women want you to drop every bad habit only to leave you once you do it. So why do they want you to drop every bad habit? Because you're a utility to her survival. So it's not that video games and sitting there watching the football game is a turnoff. It's a turnoff because she looks at you as a utility and she goes, you could be spending this time better serving me by figuring out how to make more money. See, they don't want you to have your own pleasure. It's all about them. They only care about themselves.
And once she changes you into that simp that does everything for her, then, oh, well, I don't love him anymore. Oh, but he's so nice, he's so loving. Yeah, but I just don't love him anymore. I want something new. He's boring. Yeah.
This is their natural survival instinct, is to fully have their own self-preservation and their own survival instincts, because all they care about is not only themselves, but the survival of their future children. She does not about you. She doesn't want you to have pleasure. She doesn't care if you're happy. And you're sitting there playing video games. She's going, how can I get this man to better serve me? How can I get him to work more and be ambitious so I have a better life? It's all about her. Once you show that you're able to be changed, she doubts your value again because you show that you can be moved off center and you've listened to her words essentially, and desire drops anyway.
Hey chat, what's the phenomenon of middle-aged...
Ma'am, you don't have a chat. You have people that leave you comments. Chat is when you're live. You're not live, you're recording a video.
Women telling single girls to settle. Every time, or 9 times out of 10, when I talk to a middle-aged woman, they will say, oh, you're single? Oh, it's because your standards are too high. Oh, it's because you're too picky.
Yeah, they're right.
First of all, I'm not even dating right now, so how could that be? But I'm looking for someone who is like kind, educated, not a misogynist, racist, homophobic, you know, the normal.
Okay, we're just going to skip this video because it's clear that she's a leftist and thinks all men are evil.
A lot of people say, like, dating is a numbers game. You have to go out and go on as many dates as possible. And I actually...
Didn't you hear the other woman in the video saying she had 73 first dates, 63, something like that?
I really don't believe in that. There's a difference between going on a date out of excitement and out of, you know, I feel really happy and content with myself, but it would be great to have an addition to this versus, oh God, I'm 31 and I'm single, and if I don't go on 5 dates this week, I won't find my person, and then I'm going to end up alone, and then I won't be able to have kids. You know, the spiral. Anyway, I definitely went on some dates where I was like giving that desperate energy of like needing their approval, needing them to like me, to text me the next day, like all of that. And it was like, wait a second, am I actually into you? Or do I just want your approval, and do I just want to feel wanted?
You're maybe not so into him, but you don't want to be alone. That's it.
And do I just want to feel certain that there's a path forward with someone? And am I looking to kind of like anyone to get that sensation? I think those are important questions to ask yourself.
That's why I always tell you guys you should have an abundance mindset.
I was a little surprised when he took me up on it, but I got my wallet out, I brought my card. You just don't see it very often where I offer to pay for half of the dinner or drinks and then he takes me up on it.
The older you get, ma'am, the more you will see stuff like this, believe me.
The whole finance part of dating is probably one of the most confusing parts for me, and the part that gives me the most anxiety. It is a little bit unfair of me to offer to pay half of the bill, but then when the guy takes me up on it, I don't talk to him again. It is a bit of a red flag if a guy doesn't pay for the first date. Do you expect it on the first date?
But they all want equality.
And if you don't do it, I'm not gonna talk to you again. When you're on a date and the check comes, do you offer to pay?
I think the most frustrating thing about dating right now is not feeling like I'm getting rejected. I fully do believe in the taxi cab theory. It doesn't matter how amazing this girl is if a man is not ready to settle down. Like, it's not going to work out.
True,
But as soon as he's
true.
ready, that first girl that's there, that's who he's going to be with.
No, that's not true. That's so stupid. Only stupid men think like that. What, you're going to take the first woman? What if she has tons and tons of red flags? You're just going to ignore them and you're just going to marry her? Yeah, that's what happens in a lot of cases. And what happens next? You get divorced. And what happens next? Then you send me a message. Oh, my wife was like this. Oh, my wife was like that. What can I do? You can't do anything, my guy. You should have seen the red flags from the start. How are you getting married to the first woman that you see? It's so stupid.
But what's frustrating to me is the fact that that's the one that you get a connection with. That's the one that you feel connected to, is the one.
No, he just tries more on that one. But what happens is they fall in love. And then they ignore all the red flags. That's what happens. That's why I tell you guys, don't be so emotional from the start. Because you don't make good choices.
One that he's not ready. So honestly, nothing to do with me. That's fine. It's just that's the one that I had the connection with. And the one that I have zero connection with is fully in and wanting a relationship. And it's just like, why? Why is it the one that isn't ready? The one that you feel the most comfortable with, the one that like...
Because women always want the guy that they can't have. The guy that is detached. What do I keep telling you guys this whole episode?
I have a question for the men. Why do you go out of your way to ask for a woman's number? You begin text messaging them. You say, hey, let's grab dinner. Let's grab drinks on Thursday or Friday or whatever. You talk to them every day leading up to it. Not all day. Just like, morning, hope your day's going good.
I don't even have to listen to everything she's going to say. I'm sure that guy ghosted her. Ma'am, he found something better, a better woman, or maybe he just wanted to do something else. It's so simple. Most women aren't worth it, so why would he want to spend his money on you? Yeah, he talked to you because he was bored. It's so easy.
I was thinking about you, nothing crazy, right? I don't think you should be doing a ton of talking before you actually meet, because
don't worry, he was talking to other women also.
Why invest the time if they could end up being a dud? But why are guys going asking for girls' numbers and then they never pull the trigger? They never actually set a plan. Why did you ask for my number?
Because that's what players do. They talk to lots and lots of women. And then they decide who's worth it, who's the most worth it of their time, because they don't want to spend their time on something that it's not worth it. It's a numbers game, ma'am. That's what you don't understand. You weren't worth it. He found somebody better looking. Maybe somebody that is not better looking, but just was more available, more willing to come to his place faster, sooner. That's it.
I don't care how rough life gets for you as a woman. Never, ever let yourself go. A lot of people will say that looks don't matter, just love yourself the way you are.
How can people say this when there are studies showing that if you look better, you make more money, you have more opportunities in life, just because you look better? Of course looks matter.
I think that's great advice overall. I think that that works a lot better because men can get away with not looking their best. But I can tell you from the experience of being a woman who previously let themselves go and is trying to bounce back from that, I am telling you the quality of life that I had when I had more of a pretty privilege to now is drastically different.
Yeah.
A lot of women do not realistically look at themselves and are just coddled. If you've been a woman in male-dominated spaces, you know that you've had to look at yourself in a way that's very harsh. And fortunately for me, I am aware of the fact that I have a level of pretty privilege where I'm not the most beautiful woman in the room, but like I have enough where it makes my life somewhat easier on a day-to-day. But a lot of you...
A lot of guys will offer to help you in all kinds of ways just because you look better.
You do not have pretty privilege, okay? To the degree that you can take this advice, this feminine dating advice, and finesse men in a way that a lot of these women are, that look like models. They look like a billionaire, millionaire's wife. And I had to sit down with myself and say, look, girl, you are not at that level where you can do that. And it's not in a mean way, like I'm a pretty girl, but I've had to look at myself in a way where I've had to be honest with myself. And I said, look, girl, you let yourself go a bit. You don't look your best. And there are girls, and you know, if I go to another town, LA, Miami, where the competition is higher, and there are going to be women that blow me out of the water with the way they look. But in my small town, I feel like I'm the queen of the world. I can tell you from experience, letting yourself go, I don't care how broke you are, I don't care how poor you are.
Just think about it, how easy it is for women. I look at my girlfriend. What can you do to look better? Eat less and go to the gym. For me, oh my God, I have to exercise more. I have to eat less, but also eat lots and lots of protein so that I don't lose my muscles, so that I also can build muscle while I lose fat. It's 10 times harder. Women just eat less, it's less money, and go to the gym. It's so easy. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.